All right, good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. Uh, we are going to cover the last part of Chapter 7, Section 3 today, which is how to find an inverse matrix using your graphing calculator. So it's pretty simple, but what an inverse matrix is it's a matrix that is used to undo another matrix. So as you have inverse operations, addition and subtraction are inverses of one another, multiplication and division are inverses of one another. We have matrices that also are inverses, and we can have additive inverses, and we can have multiplicative inverses, and they both look a little bit different. Today, I'm going to actually show you how to find the multiplicative inverse. So, uh, inverses are notated by the use of this -1 power. So you can see this says a to the -1. This is matrix A, but it's not pronounced a to the -1. It is pronounced as A inverse. And what this last part is showing is if you take matrix A and you operate it, meaning multiply in this case, with its inverse, you will get the identity matrix, which is the I matrix with ones on the diagonal and zeros everywhere else. So let me show you how to find the matrix. This is actually going to be a little easier than what the slide shows because we are not doing this by hand. But you can see we're going to start with this matrix 1, 4, -1, -3. So I'm going to go into the matrix. I'm going to go over to Edit. I want this to be a 2 by 2, 1, 4, and then we said -1, -3, -1, -3. Okay, so we've entered in our 2 by 2 matrix, which is 1, 4, -1, -3. Now you can go into the home screen and simply hit second matrix and enter, and then make it to the -1 power. And when you do that and you hit enter, it tells us what the inverse matrix is. And so if we scroll through, you can see that the inverse matrix right here is -3, -4, 1, 1. And if you go over to our calculator, you can see it's -3, -4, 1, 1. Now, here's what you need to understand about that matrix. This new matrix that we found, this -3, -4, 1, 1, if it's operated with the original matrix we started with or multiplied 1, 4, -1, -3, you will get this matrix right here, which is the identity matrix. So let's try another one just to make sure you understand how to do that. Here is the matrix. I want you to find the inverse. I'm showing you what the inverse is already, but let's double check that. So in for matrix A, we're going to hit Edit, and we'll put this in for A as well. This is going to be a 3 by 3 this time. And you can see we have 1, -1, 0, 1, -1, 0. Then we have 1, 0, -1, 1, 0, -1. And last we have 6, -2, -3, 6, -2, -3. So we've entered in all of the elements within that matrix A. We are going to hit second quit again. We're going to go back to our home screen, and then we're going to hit second matrix, choose A. We're going to make it to the -1 power. And when we do that, you can see we get our inverse matrix, which is -2, -3, 1, -3, -3, 1, -2, -4, 1. And that matches exactly what I have listed here. So it's a pretty easy process to do this. So this one is another example. I'm going to show you how to do this now. So let's take, we're going to go into matrix, go over to edit. We'll call it A again. This is also a 3 by 3, 1, 2, 0. And then we have 3, -1, 2. Whoops. Shouldn't be -2, should be +2. So 3, -1, and +2, and then -2, 3, -2. So there's our matrix, second quit, matrix a to the -1 power, and you can see we get an error. Now, this can happen, and the reason why this happens is it says error singular matrix, and what that means is the particular matrix that we put in for A does not have an inverse, and you can see right here, no inverse matrix exists. So it is possible for matrices to not have an inverse. So I want to make sure that you are aware of that. And this is the error that you will get on your calculator if there is no inverse. So when you're asked to find the inverse and you get an error, you can say that it does not exist. So there you go. That's what I got for you today. Hopefully that made sense. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Have a great day.